Nope, not today. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, Tesla has killed Model Y orders, and there's a couple things you might have missed with this because now the only Tesla Model Y that you can order is going to be a launch series. You can still buy the old one, and we'll give you all the different instructions and show you some good deals that are out there as well for the older Tesla Model Y. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you want to ask me a question or get on a phone call with me, you can join it at my Patreon link down below in the description. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. Breaking now on Tesla.com, you can only order a Tesla Model Y launch series Juniper refresh. You cannot order a older Tesla Model Y. They have removed it. And so there's a couple things here that you might have missed with this. And on top of that, what does this mean with all the different things that are coming out? Like, is the normal non-launch Model Y going to be coming out soon? And has Tesla removed the old one so that they can launch the non-launch series Model Y in the near future? I don't know. It's already getting close to March, so maybe it could be in March, maybe in this next week or so. I really feel like it's going to be April, but we'll talk about that as well. But the first things first is, yes, they've halted all the deliveries. Not the deliveries, halted all the orders, and you can only order the new launch series. But there are a couple of things that are pointing out here. And shout out to Black Tower Media. Shout out to Steven for all these people tagging me on Twitter and everything. But certainly, so here's the first thing. It says referral applied. Thank you, Steven. Exactly. Yeah, we were going to talk about this. But referral applied actually does not mean any sort of discount for you if you're looking to purchase it. Referral still gets applied, but the person's referral link that you're using, just like that Tesla referral link down below in the description, you can get them credit for using a referral link, but it doesn't give you any sort of discount on the new Model Y Juniper. If you get a user referral link on the older or the other Model 3 or the older Model Y or SX or Cybertruck, then yes, you get a discount up to $1,000 off of that. The second thing, though, is financing rates. Financing for the new Model Y launch series is still 5.84%. That has not changed at all. But the last thing, though, that kind of sticks out to me is you'll notice they've adjusted some of the wording here. And what they've adjusted is that they removed the deliveries start in March, and they moved it all the way down to the bottom, and it just says available in March. So very interesting to see there that it's not like it's sold out in any sort of way here, which kind of goes in line with what we felt like. But it feels like if you're looking to be buying a Model Y launch series, you should be getting delivery of it, at least according to the website, this month. It's not like it's going to get pushed out to next month or anything like that, at least from what we've seen. And there isn't a massive wait list that we might have seen before in the past with older models on the new Tesla Model Y launch series. And so if you're looking to buy it, it's a semi-good, if you're looking to buy acceleration boosts and full self-driving already, then it could make a lot of sense to get into it. My logic behind why we were looking to buy our Model Y launch series is it kind of just makes sense for us as a person because performance is great and all, but it's a little bit overkill. And so I pretty much feel like the long range, because of the comfortability, is a very, very nice vehicle. And when I need it, I still can go 0 to 60 in like 4.1 seconds or whichever they may be. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Certainly, there's plenty of deals on the leasing or financing side or cash side for both Model 3 and Model Y. Like this one right here, a Model Y that if you put $3,000 down, your estimated lease payment will be about $253 a month. And this, of course, is with the older Model Y that is out there. If you want to find all the best deals, we just update our spreadsheet, our deal spreadsheet down below in the description. And we found still plenty of Model Y long ranges, the older versions, $7,000 to $8,000 off. Rear-wheel drive like $6,000 off, and of course performance model-wise, definitely $8,000 plus off. And the beauty with these is that this is before the Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, where you can save up to $1,000 off of a Tesla. And shout out to Eddie for finding this GIF or this clip. This is where we're talking about this old and busted versus new hotness. And so if you're confused why we call the old Tesla Model Y old and busted, it's just a joke because of this. This scene always resonates with me with the new hotness of the new hotness vehicle that Will Smith got in this part of the movie, and old and busted with the older Men in Black vehicle. But let's talk about, when will the regular Model Y drop, like the non-launch series. Techno Jawa posted this on X, and there's a lot of dialogue going back and forth, but Krishna says probably in the next 48 to 72 hours. That would be absolutely insane. I don't think that will actually happen because there's a lot of people that are still waiting for their launch series delivery, and there's got to be a lot of people that, if the non-launch releases, like ordering page, unless they release it and it says like delivery start in June, which that could be the case. Like, I could easily see Tesla modifying this page. They'll add the non-launch series onto here, but it will say something like delivery start in May, June, or July, so that it would add a little bit of a gap for people that buy the launch series. They would get like, early 2 to 3 months versus the non-launch, which it could be coming out by June. So I'm sticking to my June for Juniper, but let me know, when do you think that a non-launch could potentially come out? In terms of like ordering page, yeah, I could easily see like an April release date, just like Spencer says right here. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Tesla has officially discontinued the old Tesla Model Y from the ordering pages, and now only the new launch series is the one that you can get. Of course, you can still find older Tesla Model Ys. You can still get them. Shout out to Eddie for posting this screenshot. Old and busted Model Ys are still available in inventory. And if you need a refresher on how to get there, it's pretty simple. You can actually just click this banner right here at the top. It says inventory Model Ys available at Explore Reduce Pricing. And the quick tip on this page, if you're here looking for the old Tesla Model Ys, switch this to the mileage range to all deliverable, so you can see all the different vehicles that might be like a 3 to 4 hour drive away from you, but you might be able to get it. If you're looking for a better website to try and find inventory, definitely check out our partner site that we help develop, which is Tesla Price Tracking website, down below in the description. You can see all the big discounts that might be available for you. And most importantly, you can sign up for pricing alerts when prices of Tesla vehicles drop at a lower price by individual basis. And it's text message and email alerts as well. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Inventory discounts are still around. And I bet there's going to be bigger inventory discounts as we get to the end of March, which is the end of the first quarter. And so this week is going to be interesting, or at least from today, Thursday, to next Thursday, it could get very interesting with all these different Model Y deals that are out there. I mean, certainly both vehicles, both Model 3s and Model Ys, can get low lease payments, $200 to $300 a month. And if you find one with a bigger discount, like $8,000 off, plus like a nice down payment, you could get into that low $100 to $200 monthly payment. But don't forget about insurance and other things like that as well. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. So you've been shopping for a Tesla recently, but the monthly payment has probably got you rethinking your budget. Instead of sacrificing and cutting back on a brand new Tesla and getting your dream car, why not save on your monthly phone bill? And that's where our partner Mint Mobile comes into play here. We've also been thinking about getting a new Tesla, and constantly I like looking at our bills, monthly subscriptions, trying to see where we can cut back. Things like Netflix, YouTube Premium, and much more. And that's where I've been able to save on my monthly phone plan by going to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month, and you can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone along with your current number and existing contacts. It's really easy to switch service thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, and it only takes 15 minutes. As you guys know, we've been traveling a lot pretty recently, so using using Mint Mobile's mobile hotspot with our laptop has been pretty crucial and a game changer. So if you want to save money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked in the description, to get premium wireless starting at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. Steven, thanks for coming in. JJ, great to see you. Deborah, Nak, great to see you. Henry, Peter, great to see you. GS, thanks for coming in. Jack, Utown, and Peter, thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. In this next topic, Tesla has finally put an end date on 0% financing, and it is actually ending very, very soon. And this is specifically on the Tesla Model 3. 0% financing right now is available up to 60 months. And if you need to go to 72 months, it's 0.99%. And if you stack it with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, you can save an extra $500 off of your Tesla vehicle. But they've added an expiration date for this deal, which kind of makes sense at this point. I mean, they work in quarters, and so the expiration date is going to be March 31st, 2025. So you've got what? Basically 2-3 weeks left if you're looking to be buying a Tesla Model 3 and if you're looking to lock in that 0% financing. And I get asked this question all the time, like, do you think there's going to be a better deal? I mean, at 0%, it's pretty much the lowest you can get in terms of financing. So yes, if you can find an inventory discount like $2,000 to $3,000 off, I mean, even if you can't, 0% is pretty powerful, because if you're financing a vehicle $40,000 to $50,000, any sort of interest, like 5% to 6% interest as the normally rate is, that's going to be $5,000 to $6,000 in interest if you keep that vehicle, or if you keep the loan all the way to 60 to 72 months. So it does not get any lower than 0%. If it was like 2.99%, then yes, of course, we could see that maybe it could go down to 0%. But if you look at all the different incentives that Tesla has done in the past, there's like free supercharging, there's inventory discounts, free couple months of full self-driving, there's, of course, financing offers as well. It doesn't really get lower than 0% financing. Now, yes, if you are someone that can wait all the way till Q4, then the deal might get better. But if you can't, this is relatively the time to get a Tesla vehicle at 0%, and it does not get any lower than that. But let us know, are you looking to buy right now? Do you feel like you could wait a little bit longer? Now, if you're not ready to buy a Tesla at the moment, like financially, or you think the payment is still too high, then that's a different story. But what does happen, what we have seen happen on Tesla vehicles, they do this thing where they alternate incentives. So a couple months they'll do like a 0% offer like this, and the next few months after that, like we saw in months before, they'll switch to like a low lease payment offer, like $249 or $299 a month on a Model 3. And so they might do a little bit of flip-flop. So if you're looking to prioritize leasing instead, then yes, maybe it could make more sense to wait it out and stick onto that offer, because leasing will always be a lower payment than financing a vehicle, because leasing, you're only paying for the portion that you use, which is at depreciation in a 3-year time period. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Steven, mine says March 13th to 27th. No VIN yet. Ooh, actually, yeah, that's like today, actually. So, I mean, I imagine you're going to get it pretty soon. Knock, do you think people will do adult activities while cybercab driving itself in the future? I mean, there is a camera in the interior of Tesla vehicles, so probably not. Henry, finally, the legacy Model Y is gone. Yes, Henry, it finally is gone. And so now it's going to get pretty interesting in these next few weeks, next few months, on when non-launch series Model Y gets released. Maybe that's tonight. It probably isn't, but you never know. Peter just bought a Model 3 Performance and love it. Yeah, Peter, it is. That is a phenomenal vehicle. Congrats. Enjoy your vehicle in good health. And now it is the second most exciting part, which is accessories. Definitely check out our accessory recommendations like phone mounts, center consoles, and much more on our deal spreadsheet on page 2, or even just the links down below in the description. GS, Germany 0% 1 year free supercharging, UK 1 to 2 year free supercharging. What are we expecting in the US? Hey, it's a good one. We could easily see what I'm expecting is Model Y old legacy Model Y. I think big discounts like we're seeing right now, $8,000 seems to be the sweet spot. People are buying at that rate. And I definitely feel like there could be a 1 to 3% financing rate. And I also feel like there could be like a 6 months to 12 months free supercharging offer. But what could throw a wrench into all of that is if inventory for the Tesla Model Y keeps staying at lower prices or lower inventory rates. Like taking a look at our chart right here, we can see the mustard yellow line is Model Y inventory, and it's actually kind of trending lower. And so Tesla did make a dump of a bunch of Model Y inventory vehicles at $8,000 off, like some of these that we posted on our deal spreadsheet down below. But you can see that that seems to be working, and people like when they see $8,000 off. And so maybe that's the threshold, and people are going to be transacting at that rate. And so let us know, is that a good deal for you guys? And that could, if Tesla can clear out the old one at that rate, then they can switch to the new one at a quicker rate after that. Utown, I was just on the site and it's allowing me to shop the busted Model Y. Maybe it's a regional where you can buy the older version. I would probably say delete your cookies or do a hard refresh on your browser, and I bet it's going to be gone. Or maybe pull it up incognito, and you'll see that probably the old one is gone. Did you end up tinting the roof on your Juniper as well, or just the windows? Steven, great question. Video coming out on that tomorrow on the channel if you want to take a look at. And actually, we've been releasing Model Y inventories. We've been releasing Model Y videos pretty quickly as well. So if you would do us a favor, maybe check out some of them out there that we've already released. It seems like the road trip was a popular one, charging at the supercharger, and much more. But maybe go check out this one, or maybe not, because it's been pretty interesting with that one. But new video coming out soon on tinting with all the different things, because there was a dilemma for sure on all the different shades of tinting, because and also there's a crazy story which we're going back to talk about the roof and get some maybe some scientific numbers on the roof as well. 0% financing ending on the 31st. Yes, A1 Model 3, it is ending for the 0%. And so you might want to get onto that if you're looking to get it. Darn, I was really hoping for the Legacy Model Y APR discount. A1, hey, I wouldn't hold your breath, or I wouldn't not give up hope on that, because, we still got months until, once the new launch series ends and the non-launch series begins, then we'll take a look at inventory and see what's the actual levels are like, because then maybe we see some sort of offer. My best bet, or my best guess, is going to be Q2 of this year for something on that time frame. In this next topic, there is a lot of new buyers coming to the space right now. And so I wanted to talk about the Tesla Model 3 and give you an ordering guide, or talk about all the different features, having been someone that has ordered and owned the old one, also owns the brand new Model 3 Performance, and really just come off the bat and telling you that 0% for the Model 3 is the best deal relative to the past 6 months or a year. It literally does not get any better than that. But let's talk about a couple things here in terms of like which features you should get. And also, before you get into any of that, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can save $500 to $1,000 off of your Tesla vehicle. But before we get into that, there's 3 different trims here, 3 different types of Tesla Model 3s. I had someone ask me this same question earlier, and what's the difference between rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive? Well, really simply put, if you live in an area that has any sort of inclement weather out there, like snow, rain, or mountainous areas, then you're going to want to go with all-wheel drive, hands down. Rear-wheel drive means that power goes to the rear wheel only, and it can do okay in snow. There's people that have done it with adding like snow tires and things like that, but still probably not the best. And if you live in any sort of area that has inclement weather like that, I would recommend all-wheel drive, hands down. But there certainly are other benefits that come with a Model 3 all-wheel drive as well. You get a better sound system, and you also get a subwoofer as well. And most of the time, you'll actually find that the inventory discounts on all-wheel drive are going to be bigger discounts than rear-wheel drive. Now, if you're someone that's leasing, you want the lowest possible monthly payment no matter what, then I get it for sure. A rear-wheel drive would make sense. And or if you're someone that lives in Texas, California, Arizona, where it doesn't snow at all, and you want the maximum most possible range, then yes, a rear-wheel drive will give you the most range, because you can see that the rear-wheel drive has 363 miles of range versus all-wheel drive at 346 miles of range. Of course, performance speaks for itself. If you want the track fun vehicle on the weekend, but you want a daily driver on the weekday, then Model 3 Performance is a nice vehicle for sure. And there's a lot of different things that you can get with the Model 3 Performance, and here they are listed down below as well. And so certainly if you're looking for a track monster, that could be a fun one. And if you're looking to take it to the track, definitely take it to Tesla Corsa, and of course use our promo code Dennis, which is a racetrack at Buttonwillow with Unplugged Performance if you're looking to do that as well. But let's jump into the options here. And most of them are self-explanatory in terms of like paint. Of course, if you go to the higher like ultra red paint or the other Quicksilver paint, it's a $2,000 option, which might not be worth it. But I'm going to show you a trick here at the end of this on where it actually could be worth it if you can get a bigger inventory discount. Because right now we are on the ordering page of Tesla's website, but you do not want to place an order on this page at all. You're going to want to go to inventory, which I'll show you how to get there in just a second. In terms of 18-inch rims or 19-inch rims, really it's just preference here. And if you want to pay for that type of wheel on top of that, but I would say if you're looking for comfortability and range, you're going to want to go with the Proton rims. And if you think they're ugly, don't worry, you can actually take the caps off of them. Those are just face plate caps on top, and there's actually a rim underneath that as well. In terms of inventory color, there's white interior, which I finally have our first Tesla with our Model Y with white interior. Of course, I would recommend doing a ceramic coating if you're going to be doing that, or you could do black interior if you like that type of styling look as well. Full self-driving. This is a tough one because full self-driving is actually useful and is actually good. Now, we've got full self-driving on our Cybertruck and our Model Y, and it actually is very beneficial when you're going on long road trips or even just your normal commute. But $8,000 still is a lot of money out there. And so if you're someone that really wants this feature, I would still recommend just paying the subscription instead, which is going to be $100 a month after you take delivery of your vehicle. Wall chargers, you're going to need one, at least a dedicated level 2 at your home or work, but that's a different video topic altogether. And so that gives you the TLDR on all the different features that are out there. But really what I want you to do is not go to this ordering page at all. I mean, go to it if you want to take a look at it and see what options are out there you might be interested. But actually what I want you to do is go to the home page, go to inventory right here, click the new button, and once you type in your zip code, you're going to want to go ahead and switch the mileage radius to all deliverable. But before you do any of this, you're going to also make sure you have a referral code loaded up, just like the one down below in the description. Once you find the vehicle of interest that you're looking to purchase, do not worry about figuring out whether you want to do cash financing or lease. You can decide that afterwards. But the one thing you do want to do is hit the pre-qualify button. This does a soft, like super soft, not even Social Security soft type of check to see if you'll actually get pre-qualified on financing or leasing for the Tesla vehicle. So it's this really simple prompt that you can click right there and load it up. And then after you do that, all you're going to do is hit the order button at the bottom right and give Tesla your $250 deposit, because after you do that, you're going to be able to download the application, the Tesla app, and then continue all the different steps on whether you're going to want to lease, cash, or even finance after the fact. And so really the first thing you want to do is find the vehicle that you like with the discount that you like, and then proceed with the deposit, and then figure out all the other steps after that. So hopefully this was a good guide for anybody brand new to buying a Tesla. I know there's a lot of new people that might be interested right now, and this was a guide solely specifically on Model 3. Of course, each model out there is going to have a different set of discounts and different set of rules, I guess, so to speak. But still, let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know what you're thinking, and comment down below if you have any questions or anything. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. So congrats on buying your Tesla, or you're about to just buy your Tesla. But now here's the second most exciting part. That's accessories. And there's a ton of accessories out there, probably even way too much. And I try and bucket it into the top 3 accessories that you can get. And that's going to be phone mounts, all-weather floor mounts, and center consoles. A good set of all-weather floor mounts is probably my #1 recommendation. And I've got a bunch of links and discount codes to all the accessories that I recommend down below in the description and on our best deal spreadsheet on page 2. Check out this one from Jawa that we use on all of our Teslas, linked down below, or their center console, which I also use on all of our Teslas as well. A must-have because Tesla doesn't come with a center console. But my #1 accessory I recommend is going to be all-weather floor mats, and I bucket it from 3 different options: good, better, and best. The good ones are going to be the ones that you find on Amazon. Better is going to be the ones from like Tasmanian. But my favorite, all-time favorite that we have on our Model X and Model 3 Performance currently is going to be a set of all-weather floor mats by 3W Liners. If you use our promo code down below in the description, you'll find that the price of these floor mats are pretty in line with some of the other ones at a much higher quality material. So thank you to everybody that's used our links to support the channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone. Henry, I'm from Canada. I test drove the Model 3 last year and absolutely love it. Sorry, one second. So I already know I wanted the Jupiter. However, my wife was worried there might be a Tesla hate for vandalism. Should I order now before any tariffs, or should I wait for inventory model and see how everything is played out politically? I would say you're pretty much fine. And of course, there is probably some media about it. But I mean, we haven't experienced anything yet, knock on wood, but maybe it's the area we are in. Pandemonium. Did you ever find out what happened with the gearbox issue during the road trip? Yes, it actually went away by itself. It was actually very interesting, but it came on when we were driving through either New Mexico or something like that, and the temperatures were like 20 to 30 degrees, and maybe that's why it flipped it off. I did a quick Google and quick search, and it seems like it's pretty common in like places in New York when it gets super cold, but it went away actually, and it has not come back. But we do have a service appointment because there was a couple things, as you saw in the delivery video, that some of the condition of the rear view mirror and things like that there was a scratch on it. So we're going back to get that fixed for the Tesla Model Y. Hector, is this live? Yes, it is. Steven, oh yeah, it is. Is it because the rear windows are already dark compared to the front two windows? Yes, 100% for tinting a Tesla Model Y. So definitely check out that video tomorrow where we're going to talk about tinting the Model Y, because that was the first mod that I did, or modification, is tinting, because UV rays can be a thing. Patel, should I get this Model 3 deal? It's 0% actually ending on March 31st. Yes, Tesla has been sticking to their whatever. When they say something is going to end, they definitely will remove it. Now, that's not to say it might come back in like a few months, like Q2 or end of Q2 or end of Q3. But I would imagine they're not going to bring it back in Q2. They might bring it back in Q3, and if not by Q3, definitely by Q4 of this year, because that's when all the different incentives are the best for Tesla vehicles. In this next topic, if you're looking for the ultimate modification for lowering your Tesla Model Y, well, great news. Unplugged Performance has already released their Unplugged Performance lowering spring kit for the new Tesla Model Y, and they did a test fit. I mean, you got to give it to the team there. They're quick on all of this, and actually, we might have a surprise coming up soon with Unplugged Performance for our Model Y as well. But Unplugged Performance posted this 2026 Model Y Launch Edition is now on Unplugged Performance dual rate lowering springs. We are researching and validating UP parts with the new Model Y. Juniper, up first was our moderate dual rate lowering springs, and they sit on their 22-inch Cyber Hex Forge wheels, which is a crazy wheel that looks on the new Model Y. I mean, they're really leaning in with the Cyber lights, of course, on the new Model Y, Cyber truck, Cyber cab, and then now we have the Cyber Hex wheel that goes on top of it as well. But really cool to see. I'm curious, like, does this affect? Of course it might, with the big rims like that, 22 rims. It looks fantastic, of course, but lowering it, I don't know if it will affect the ride quality, but maybe when I go, I'll try and see if I can snag this vehicle to see if it really affects it or not. But I mean, the one thing is for sure, it looks phenomenal with the combination here. And also the new Model Y has really great suspension. So maybe it won't get impacted at all by the lowering springs, especially when you have a moderate lowering spring like this. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're looking for Unplugged Performance parts, definitely check out our link down below in the description where you can support the channel if you're looking to be ordering wheels, suspension parts, performance parts, or anything from Unplugged Performance. Tax incentive isn't on leasing though, sadly. Calvin, actually, it is. When you lease a Tesla vehicle, you actually get you do get the $7,500. It's just itemized on the leasing portion of it. Tesla actually gets the 7,500 and then they pass it to you as a purchaser or a leaser. But when you get the breakdown, you'll actually see a 7,500 on it. You just don't see it here because I guess it's assumed that it's already in there for some reason. But if you take a look at like the fine print, you can see when we switch it to leasing, it's usually, it might not say it here, but it definitely says it on the back end when you actually put the deposit. There it is right there. 7,500 leasing incentive is listed right there. So you actually do get the 7,500 tax credit when you're leasing it, and you could buy it out as well. And that's like a little bit of a workaround for people that don't normally qualify for the 7,500, like they make too much money. They can lease it and then buy it out immediately. They won't get the full 7,500 due to fees and other things like that, but it is a nice workaround for that. IT, thanks for coming in. I'm in South Florida and no issues with people charging at superchargers. I never thought where you live politically would affect the safety of your car. Sad times we live in. Yeah, it is definitely unfortunate. Like some of those posts that we see where people are like lighting superchargers on fire or vandalizing cars. I mean, the people that are doing that, you're not hurting Elon in any sort of way. And I guess they're just trying to spread fear of buying a Tesla and owning a Tesla so that less people will buy a Tesla in the end. It's a very interesting dynamic. And I guess I understand if you think of it from that way, they're trying to cause more fear, which then people might not buy a Tesla. But it's pretty interesting. I don't feel like we've missed a beat in terms of people coming to the channel, views, comments. And I mean, there's definitely more negative comments, but what's also interesting is I feel like I'm getting more inquiries from a different segment of purchasers and demographics as well, which I mean, I don't think it's going to be interesting to see at the end of the day what type of delivery numbers Tesla puts up for this quarter. But of course, at the same time, they could fall on saying that the new Model Y changeover has affected it. But, I really do feel like there's a lot of new owners coming to this space. And it does kind of remind me of when I posted this poll a while ago. And I asked everybody, is Elon and political sport Doge affected your decision to buy a Tesla? And 56% said, nope, I am buying or keeping my Tesla. And then there was another post I posted up here. I guess it was 3 weeks ago or around that time. But I basically asked, here it is. Juniper Model Y order holders or soon to be order holders, is this your first Tesla or upgrading or adding? And 61% said first Tesla actually. And so very, very interesting to see who is coming and that the Model Y Juniper is bringing new owners to the Tesla space that have never owned a Tesla ever at all. Joseph just got my VIN, delivery date 3/24 to 3/31. Nice. Congrats, Joseph. Enjoy that. And now, of course, don't forget to get ready for accessories and definitely check out Jawa's collection down below. We recommend all of like the MagSafe phone mount, the center console, because your Tesla Model Y doesn't come with it, and the dock and the invisible mount. We have it all, and it is highly recommended. And if you want to wait for the videos, they're coming out on the channel as well. Peter, you can even do Model 3 Performance 6 years at 0.99 if you put $6,500 down. Yeah, 0%, 0.9%, all fantastic rates. Even Cybertruck at 1.99, you can't be angry at that at all. It is very, very worth it relative to 5.99. But of course, if you are going to be buying the vehicle anyways, don't put yourself in debt if you don't need to. Peter, at that rate, better take the money into Tesla stock, which is going to launch soon. Hey, Peter, not a bad idea, actually, because Tesla stock seems to be in the dumps a little bit. And so, yes, the whole market is in dumps for sure. And so it could be an interesting position to try and just throw all that money instead of buying a car. And that's why financing at 0% makes a ton of sense out there. If you're just joining in, welcome. Tesla has killed orders of the new Model Y Legacy, old and busted version, and now you can only order a new Model Y launch series. You can use a referral code. It doesn't give you a discount, just like that Tesla referral code down below in the description, but it does give the referee some benefits. So thank you to everybody that's used our referral code in the past and in the future. New website change. What you think of timeline now? Great question, Cry More. I'm still holding on to April orders in terms of them launching the new website with non-launch orders. And I'm still holding to June for deliveries. I think that seems to be right. Does it mean it will resume at some point, or is it completely stop the old Model Y production altogether? Good question, because look, take a look at inventory. We can see that Model Y inventory for the old one is starting to decrease at a fast pace. So that could mean that old or new old Model Y, the legacy Model Y, is starting to ramp lower and lower of production. And so that could mean that the discounts are working, the $8,000 off, and B, maybe Tesla is not replenishing legacy new Model Ys, and maybe the factory lines are being converted at a higher pace than what we might expect. But we don't know, and maybe Tesla will give us more insight, because one thing we know that the quarter ends on the 31st of March, and there's going to be an earnings call on that in mid-April. And maybe by then, if there still is not a non-launch series Tesla Model Y, then they'll give us some more insight for that. YSBH needs 0% on stock Model Y. Yeah, that'd be a fantastic if they actually do that, but we will need to see. Fingers crossed on that one. In this next topic, there's a new bed mat for the Cybertruck available. I guess if you wanted to sleep in the bed of the Cybertruck, which doesn't seem like a bad idea. I mean, it's a 6-foot bed, but now Tesla has launched a new mat for the Cybertruck bed mat. It's on sale for $200, and it's still available. I guess, like, what is this? Constructed from recycled materials, the Cybertruck bed textile mat keeps your bed clean and your cargo protected. Constructed from waterproof textured fabric that's good to trap dirt, this lightweight mat is a way to increase the functionality of the Cybertruck bed. Oh, okay, I see what this is. So this is like essentially a massive textile all-weather floor mat. I actually thought like this was like a bed or something like that, but I guess, I mean, cool. I mean, there's definitely a lot of like Amazon rubber accessories. I guess if you're looking to have a nice feel, because textile, I guess, is like a carpeted type of feel. Like if you're looking for a luxurious, like you're going to store nicer things instead of using it as a truck to throw mulch and dirt and things like that, then I could see that making a lot of sense. But I don't know, would you buy something like this for $200, or are you going to be using some of the other companies that are tons of out there at a much lower price? I mean, shout out to our partner, 3W Floor Liners. They got a fantastic mat as well for all different vehicles that you can check down below in the description. Use our promo code Dennis to save some money on it as well. We've got their all-weather floor mats and also their Cybertruck bed mat. We've got their all-weather floor mats on our Model Y Juniper. We've got it on our 3 Performance and also the Model X as well. But definitely very interesting stuff to see this, that they've rolled out with something like this. Chris, do the 2024 Model 3s get the same range as the 2025s? Was this just an estimate update or due to software refinement? I think it was like an EPA change, but I think the 2025s is a little bit more. Patel, should I look through inventory for the best prices? Yes, your best resource is going to be Tesla.com, and or use our partner website that we help develop, price tracker Tesla.com as well. You can find it down below in the description, where you can set price alerts for inventory vehicles as well. Steve, you think Tesla will put inventory discounts on Model 3 all-wheel drive long range? I only see discounts on all-wheel drive Model 3. Yeah, that seems to be the case here, because usually the long range is a little bit more expensive. There's less demand. Rear-wheel drive, more people want that vehicle because it's more inexpensive, and so they don't really discount it as much. Henry, you mentioned about the lower than expected range on your road trip. Do you think the 20-inch rims play a part on it? Oh yeah, 100% plays a small part. But really what that was on the road trip was that, you know, we're just driving fast, 85, 90 miles an hour. It was also super windy at certain points. Also, the temperatures were really low as well, 20 to 30 degrees. When we were driving through those areas, the efficiency was like sky high, like 350 to 380 watt hours per mile. As we got into Arizona and of course California, when the temperatures were 60 to 70, then the watt hours per mile gets way better. Do you think they'll repair the dent on the bumper or replace, Steven? Actually, I don't know. I forgot to put that on the thing, actually. Thanks for reminding me, Steven. I think they'll probably replace it. I don't know if I want to go through that. I've done that before, and it's a long process, and it really, I mean, I see it, but I actually forgot about it, and it doesn't necessarily bother me, I guess, at the end of the day, especially because we're going to wrap the vehicle soon as well. So, but if I order 0% Model 3 and it does not arrive to my house by March 31st, do I miss out on the 0%? Technically, yes, but let's take a look at the fine print here, because in years or months before, they would say something to the effect of where you would have to order by 0%. But yes, it actually says 0% available for well-qualified buyers who take delivery by March 31st. So what will happen there, Shibata, is that if it's getting close and you don't have an estimated delivery date, you will have to switch to an inventory vehicle to take advantage. But at the same time, Tesla has been pretty lax with that. And so if you really want the vehicle you want, they might make an exception for you to take delivery in April and you'll still get that 0%. Is leasing long-range Model 3 better deal, or is 0% APR better the risk of depreciation? Most of the time, if you're going to be leasing, that's going to be your best hedge. In terms of interest rates, though, when we took a look at it last time, this has not been updated for a month, so take this with a grain of salt. You can actually get the interest rates from your Tesla sales advisor, and they can tell you all of them. But the Model 3 long-range all-wheel drive leasing rate was 3%. It might still be 3%, but of course 3% is not 0%. So you can kind of see, like, if you're okay with paying interest at 3% versus 0%, of course leasing will be the lower monthly payment, but buying will be 0%. So a little bit of a calculation there. Rory, I've been watching your show just about every day. What's the Nike box? What's in the Nike box in the background? Oh, the Nike box on the floor. I think that's some dunks, the black and white panda dunks. Peter, we live in America. Typical low life haters and violence. We need to stay strong. Yes, Peter. Yeah, there's always haters on both sides. Kate, great to see you. Just saw a Model Y Performance for $44K before tax rebates in New England. That's a crazy deal. Yeah, Model Y Performance, I mean, you literally cannot go wrong in terms of how much of a discount that is. $8,000 to $9,000. If you're paying cash, that's a fantastic deal at the end of the day. John, got a scheduled pickup date, but they changed it. Does this happen often? Yes, it does. It does happen pretty often. Depending on where you live, it happens even more often. But and it could be logistic. It could be things that they have to realize they need to fix or change, like a recall or stop sale or whatever, before the vehicle gets delivered. IT, thanks for coming in. Good point, Dennis. The new Model Y will be my new Tesla. I will consult with you first and be the 62%. Yeah, 100% first Tesla, rather. I mean, it's an exciting time to buy a Tesla vehicle with all the different updates. And there's going to be more and more. There's going to be more and more models coming out this year as well. What's the interest rate to lease a Model 3 long range? Actually, it's listed right on the screen. And I guess we need to update this though. So take this with a grain of salt. Peter, I meant the low rate and get a new Tesla for 6 years, what I just did, and use extra cash to buy Tesla stock on the dip. Yeah, exactly. Like 0%. If you can finance at 0%, you might as well take your cash, not pay cash for the vehicle, and invest the rest. And you'll probably be way ahead at the end of these 5 to 6 years. Peter just bought the Model 3 3W full sets of mats using your link. Thanks. No, thank you, Peter. Thanks you for using our link and supporting the channel. Yeah, the 3W mats are way better, hands down. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one.